Well, first and foremost, I'm a sitting Assembly member, so it is my job, and if I don't stand, I won't have a job afterwards. But secondly, I think the institution of the Mayor and the London Assembly is now firmly established. It's 16 years old. It has a place in London's governance. I think people are starting to understand that. It's evolving over time. I think it's made a big difference to London, and it's good to be part of that. And I've got clear ideas about where we need to be taking that. And obviously, I'm looking forward to working with Zach Goldsmith when he is the Mayor in order to take that forward. Well, I've been a local councillor in one of the boroughs that I'll be representing for the last 18 years. That's given me a very close insight into how local government works. Now, what goes on here is sort of local government plus, if I can put it that way. It's on a more regional level rather than a local level, but that actually matters. And I think having had that experience at the low level, plus I've been at the Assembly for 8 years, I think that sort of qualifies me to do it. I think there's a real feeling amongst Outer London in particular that they need to be getting more from City Hall. And as somebody who's lived in Outer London for most of my life, I feel I can connect with that. Well, I think in common with many other government departments or regions of government, doing more with less is going to be an ongoing feature. We've already seen that over Boris's mayoralty. He took office as mayor just before the financial crash happened, and he's actually had to do a great deal more with his functional bodies with a lot less money, and he's done that without actually raising council tax at all. Indeed, he's cut it by the equivalent of 28% in real terms over that time. Continuing that is going to be a really key thing. I think it's going to be challenging, and these things get more challenging as time goes on. Indeed, improving our transport system and making it bigger is going to be important, because that will unlock the housing that London needs as well. I think it's undeniable that London does have a housing shortage, and we need to be trying to fix that. That can't be done in a 4-year period, but you can certainly start making things move in the right direction in that time, and that's going to be critical, I think. One of the key things is going to be getting the right transport links in. Transport unlocks investment. It unlocks the potential for building more housing. I think it's vital that we get Crossrail completed. I think it's vital that we get Crossrail 2 completed. I think other things like the Sutton tram, I think, are other things that could be good for unlocking housing. But then I think it's very important that we make sure we get the right mixture of housing, both in terms of density and in terms of use. So affordable housing is very, very important, as is housing for private purchase. And I think it's very, very key that we get the right balance between the two. I think it's impossible to tell. I think that there are views on both sides of this, and they are getting a little bit jingoistic on both sides, actually. I think those who are advocating staying in the European Union are forecasting an economic apocalypse. Those who are advocating leaving have pointed out that the benefits that London enjoys, i.e. being in the centre of the world and being able to do business with all parts of the globe in the same business day, won't go away. We're not going to be towed off into the middle of the Atlantic. And also, Great Britain has been a proud trading nation for centuries, long before the European Union was ever envisaged. Those who are advocating Remain also aren't acknowledging that the European Union won't be static. It will change. Every time the European Union has a treaty, and we hear rumours that there's going to be some kind of attack on the city, because it's absolutely undeniable that some of our European partners are jealous of the economic power of the city and would look to clip our wings. So I don't think it's possible to tell either way what will happen. Personally speaking, I would rather that it's a government that I elect that helps make those decisions, rather than people that aren't elected by anybody in this country making those decisions.